दहावी फेल पास न्ही पण आनी तातूंतल्यान म्हाजो एकूच सब्जेक्ट उरलो तो कितें गणित गणिताचो विशय असो आसा की तें तकली फोडपाचें पण हांगासर मस्त पैकी जाता कॅल्क्युलेशन कशेंच चुकना सगळो हिशोब वेवस्थीत
2000 लायक ऑलमोस्ट 6 to 8 म्हटल्यार म्हाजें 10th हांवें मागीर ड्रॉप आवट केलें मागीर म्हाजो फॅमिली इश्यू मातशें पयशाचो प्रॉब्लम मॅनिटरी इश्यू म्हटल्यार तो कोता येता सो मागीर हांवें स्कुलान ड्रॉप आवट केला आनी मागीर धाकट्या धाकट्या कंपनींनी काम करपाक लागलो थंय हें मेळनासलेलें सॅटिस्फॅक्शन मेळनासलो जॉबाचो सो हांव एवरी टायम कितें करतालो जॉब चेंज करतालो जेन्ना हांवें 2011 to 15 पासून काम केलें ते सायड बाय सायड हांवें एक्स्ट्रा कोर्सीस केले लायक फर्स्ट एड कोर्स कॅटल बेल IFSI ISSI हे सगळे क्रॉसफिट ट्रेनिंग हे सगळे करून मागीर हांव 2015 हांवें काम सोडलें मागीर हांवें आनी 2016 सावन मागीर हांवें सगळें म्हाजो करियर स्टार्ट केलो म्हाज्या पार्टनरा कडेन
गोवा डेरीच्याक 2002 ते 2025 23 वर्सां सामकी कंप्लीट जाली उरतली चल्ला समर्थ भारत म्हणून एक आमच्या गोंयकारांनी एक चालू केलें फळांचे एक 10 लोक एक जाले तेंच्यांनी चालू केलें पूण ते टिकले ना 10 लोक पण हांव एकटो टिकलो तग मारली तो म्हाका तरी दिसलें ना आतां आयुश्य जालें न्ही अर्द्या वयर कंप्लीट 53 म्हणल्यार जालें न्ही सेंच्युरी मारली ना अर्दी सेंच्युरी मारली म्हणटकीर म्हाका दिसना खंय तरी अडलां अशें कांयच फरक पडना आज बसून कोणा कडेन अशेंय केलें ना चल्लो ओके बस वेवस्थीत चल्लो
तशें करून मागीर 4 वर्सां शिकलो सारकें शिकून मागीर हांवें म्हाजें ओन हांवें 2016 म्हाजें ओन जीम घातलें सावंड फिटनस जीम म्हणून घातलें आतां जाली ऑलमोस्ट 8-9 वर्सां चलयता हांव खोल्ले एक जीम आसा आनी कुणे एक जीम आसा
And there are many more like them. A dropout in Fonda now runs his own garage with people working under him. Another, just 20, already runs a vehicle rental business with fleet of vehicles. Different paths, same story. School or certificates did not define them. Goa boasts 95% literacy, but look closer. In the last 3 years, the state's secondary dropout rate has climbed to 8.1%, almost the same as the national average. The real gap? 11% of boys drop out, while only 5% girls do. Yes, Goa can teach its kids to read and write, but it's struggling to keep them in school. But then, why do so many drop out in the first place? And what happens to those who don't manage to build a story of success?
That 55% of the students take a wrong career choice, which means that they are not very decided about what really they want to do, but they end up taking something which they don't like. When it comes to dropout rate, out of these 100 students, roughly around 10 students drop out when they are in their 5th standard. In terms of 8th standard, which is the critical juncture of then entering into the next milestone, you will have 15 more students dropping out. From 8th standard to 10th standard, another 15 students drop out, which means that by the end of 10th standard, only roughly 70 students will be there. After that, there is even more heavy dropout of around 25 students, which means that the dropout rate goes to around 50. So from a student which is coming out in 12th standard, out of 100 students, only 50 students will make it to 12th standard. That is the dropout rate basically. Graduation level dropout rate is much lesser because already you have entered the pipeline basically. So hardly 5% dropout rate is there. So that is less significant compared to the 8 to 10 bracket and 10 to 12 bracket. So those are two phases where addressing of the dropout rate is much more critical. Across India, data tells us that the overall aptitude in good metros like Bangalore or let's say Kerala or Hyderabad or West Bengal, the average aptitude on our platform is roughly around 65%, which is quite a good average at a national level basically. But तोच जेन्ना गोयचो एवरेज जेन्ना भुरग्याचो एप्टिट्यूड आमी पळयतात, that comes to around 44 to 45%, which is on a lesser side. And तोच आमी rural काडलो, that it goes to around 39 to 40, which means that overall aptitude भुरग्यांचो जो आसा rural एरियेन तो जायतो कमी आसा because of their holistic alignment of skills basically. One of the main reasons also for the dropouts is because of the reflection of this data.
Dropouts don't just happen overnight. They are the result of a system still chasing marks and certificates, while ignoring skills, creativity, and real direction. Add migration, economic pressure, and lack of support, and students quietly slip through these cracks.
Dropout is rejecting the system, but it is also a self-rejection that as a student, I don't fit into the system. Okay, I don't like the system, but I can't fit anywhere else. One part for such dropout rate could be our education mostly is not in people's language. Secondly, there are issues of, say, economic nature. What is it? See, the moment you start educating a child in a foreign language, because language is not just language. In today's situation, if a language is to be learned, it must be listened to in the first place. Is there a scope to listen to that language in normal life? Unless you listen, you can't speak it. And unless you have that hold over listening and speaking, your reading and writing can never be of some standard. Now, without that preparation, we are teaching the children. म्हणटकच जर तो 9वे किंवा 10वेक ड्रॉपआउट जाता, which means something is seriously wrong with the system. आता तें जावपा खातीर आमी NSQF हाडला, but is NSQF really doing justice to children? Where is the assessment? We are all after numerical achievements. Quantity आमकां सगळ्यांक स्टॅम्प मारून सर्टिफिकेट दिल्ली जाय. If there are dropouts, then we have school complex system. School complex. Is that looking at dropouts? Who is looking at dropouts? Take Panchayat. Under the Panchayat Raj Act, under the Children's Act, there is Village Child Committee. And under Education Act, there must be Village Education Committee. Now, if those two committees are on the ground, is this not their issue also? Let children have education the way they want, because they are already rejecting the way you are giving it.
हांगासर दोन तराचे लोक रावतात. दोन तराचे म्हणजे एक मायग्रंट्स आणि आमचे गोंयकार. मायग्रंट्स जे आसा ते कामा धंद्या खातीर हांगा आयिल्ले आसा आनी त्या मायग्रंटा भितर म्हाका दिसता दोन तराचे, म्हणजे म्हजो अनुभव हांव सांगता, दोन तराचे मायग्रंट्स आसात. एक म्हणजे काय ते हांगा रावून 10-15 वर्सां रावून हांगासर स्थायीक जाल्ले आनी जे रोखडेंच काम, फॉर एग्जाम्पल म्हाका सांगपाचें जाल्यार पावसाच्या दिसांनी काम बंद करतात आनी ते गांवांत वतात, थंय शेती करतात आनी हांगा येतात. म्हणटकच अशें जाता की एक एकदां जून, जुलय, ऑगस्ट अशे 3 म्हयने ते थंय रावतात आनी भुरग्यांकूय थंय दवरतात. ते येत नाशिल्ले भुरगे. म्हणटकच मागीर अशें जाता एक एकदां, चल ताका आनी कित्याक व्हरुया, ताका थंय व्हरपाचो ना, बापूय आवय थारायता आनी तेच येतात आनी त्या भुरग्याक थंयच सांडटात. एक एकदां तांकां थंय घालता. पूण आमच्या नदरेन कितें जाता की थंय घालो म्हणटकच आमी समजता तो सोडून गेलो आनी तो ड्रॉपआउट जालो. सरकाराची ही योजना जी आसा ती मिड डे मील करपाची, ती सुद्दां ह्याच कारणा खातीर जाल्ली. कारण ड्रॉपआउट ती केल्या उपरांत अशें जालें की एका वर्सान जेन्ना ताजें हें जाली, जनगणना जाली सारकी, त्या वेळार कळून आयलें की खुबशे ड्रॉपआउट्स कमी जाले. आमचे कडेन रिसोर्सीस आसा पूण आमी ते नदरेंतल्यान काम करिना. आमी कॉमनूच दवरलां सगळें. तें कॉमन जावंक येना खरें म्हणशार. आजुनूय म्हणजे NEPचो उद्देशूच तो आशिल्लो की ज्या भुरग्याक जातून इंट्रस्ट आसा थंय ताणें वचपाचो. ग्रासरूट लेवलचेर हें स्ट्रेंथन करप, म्हणजे ताका सपोर्ट दिवप ह्या भुरग्याक, तेन्नाच कितें तरी जावंक शकता. हें नाजाल्यार जावचें ना.
Community is missing. All that is happening for community is done by somebody else, not the community. Educator community is saying, okay, everything is going on. They say, look at the budget figures, look at the board results, look at the university results. But the product of that system, what does he or she carry at the end of the day? And if community is not understanding their own children, who else will? This is the major question.
Every dropout is not a failure. It's a failure of the system when we can't adapt, guide, or support our youth. True education is not about paper degrees. It's about skills, confidence, and the courage to chase your own path.